This is the best restaurant that I've been to during my recent trip to Amsterdam. In this video, I'm going to talk about the restaurant Watergang in Amsterdam. So located close to the city center, Watergang is a very small restaurant, very quaint, very intimate, very demure really. You have to get a reservation because of how small it is. We pre-booked a table because I knew that it was going to be hard to get a table, and there's a prepayment of 50 euros, I think 25 euros per person, which is going to be deducted on the night when you dine with them. We were seated by very friendly waiters. We were asked whether we want sparkling, the usual. And then after that, they were asking, do you want to start with some oysters? Of course, it's oysters. So 4.5 euros per piece. We started with half a dozen, and what's so good, the vinaigrette, normally something that I don't normally use. I normally just taste a little bit of the vinaigrette and I'm like, okay, this is probably gonna be too strong for the oysters. But I mean, I had 2 pieces of oysters just with the lemon, and then the last piece with the vinaigrette. It was so good. It was not too sour. It cuts through the creaminess of the oysters, but not like overpowering the oysters. Highly recommend. I am picking bones from the eggs. I know this restaurant is fantastic in general, but I'm picking bones from the eggs because the oysters are not from the Netherlands, they are from Ireland. So I think maybe it's something that we need to think about where we source locally, right? Anyways, I'm not gonna comment too much about it because after all, this restaurant was amazing. And then we started with an amuse-bouche, which is a pumpkin soup with curry and with crispy crouton. It is an amazing way to feature autumn with some spices. Straight to the first course. So we had a sea bass crudo with oyster creme and some hazelnut. And I was like, the oyster creme gotta be so fresh because it was not fishy at all, and it paired so well with the sea bass crudo. The crunch of the hazelnut added a little bit of dimension to the texture of the whole dish as well, complemented it very well. Course number 2 was a beetroot gazpacho, blackberry and mustard ice cream. So the dish is just featuring a lot of like red and crimson and violet kind of coloration onto the dish. The mustard ice cream blew my mind. I love mustard in general, whether it's French, English or Austrian. I just love it. I would have loved that it has a little bit more kick to it because I love kicks, essentially, not on my body. So the first main course that we had was pork belly with smoked eel and some celeriac cream. The pork belly was so fat, so good. The goodness of the fat was rendered into the cream, and it doesn't feel like it's too fat because it has the celeriac cream to cut through the fattiness. The second main course was wild duck with applesauce with duck gravy and some spinach. They have all the traditional Dutch element on a plate, and every single element of those were reinvented. It was masterfully crafted. I love that dish. The wild duck was perfectly done, and then the mild tanginess of the applesauce just, oh my god, my mouth is watering. It was so addictive, essentially. And then it was dessert time. So for dessert, we had plums poached in port wine, which, I mean, it's already a win for me because I love port so much. And then after that, I got a glass of carcavelos from Portugal, and it was fantastic. I mean, it's a carcavelos, so... And you thought that was over? No, because the sommelier was so nice to us and gave us 2 shots of Amaro as digestive. Amazing, amazing. It was such a good restaurant. It was an amazing entry to our restaurant, and I would definitely come back to this restaurant. Other things about the restaurant, it was paced really well. So we started at 7 p.m. and we ended at around 11 p.m. You can definitely get them to serve you quicker, but we just wanted to take our time. We're like, okay, we have nothing to do anyways. If you have great conversations going on, you will forget about the time. The wine list was also very well maintained. There are so many great wines in there. If you have time, definitely come to this restaurant. Please subscribe to my channel as I'll be talking about more destinations in the future. Thank you for watching. Ciao, ciao!